Live.
Live! We're back. We're back. We're back. All right, Cam Martin. Let's talk about Johnson and Wales. So you're there. You're not there to go play school. You're there to play hockey, baby. All right. You're a chef too, cooking up the sauce.
Yeah.
Can we hear about your first game, your first college game, and how that was?
Yeah. So we had training camp and then a couple practices before, but then we played our first game against technically Nichols, and before the game I was like literally shitting my pants. Like I was like, holy crap! Like I'm here. Like this is my first game, and my parents were there, and I was like, I gotta do something. I gotta score a goal or something. So it was a very chippy game, but so I'll just briefly say my first goal was we were in our defensive zone, and my center Davis Bone, another freshman, we were coming up out of our zone, and I saw a little opening between the defensemen, and I literally just sprinted like full speed, cut through them, and Davis flipped one over the defenseman right onto my tape right before the blue line, and I was on a B-way, and I literally just grabbed it and just shot it right through the wickets, and it was.
You scored your first goal first game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Unreal.
Oh yeah, it was first goal, first game, and it was crazy. Like everyone was just on the bench, like you can hear everyone in the clip just like yelling, like because
awesome.
it was so funny.
And so it was a good goal. But how was the celly? What'd you do for your first celly?
I'm not a big celly guy, but I literally I pretty much just jumped into the boards with my back, and then
that's classic.
Had my hands up. So
just act like you've been there before.
Yeah. Act like I've been there,
but at the same time, break the boards. Like
break
the glass.
Yeah, little point to the crowd.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a very fun game, even though we lost in overtime. But it was still a fun game. After I was just like, I just soaked it in. Like I was like, holy crap! Like that was unreal. Even though we lost, like everyone's still sad, but that was
this moment, like 20 years in the making to get that first goal. That must feel pretty cool.
Yeah, so it felt really good. But it was crazy.
Unreal. Yeah. And so Johnson and Wales, you're 2 hours away from home?
Yeah, around like an hour and a half. Yeah, nice. On a good day.
Sweet.
Yeah. So.
So you playing D3 hockey, you had to acclimate for a little bit.
Yeah.
Till you started getting Draisaitl numbers.
Yeah.
And so what is it?
NEHC.
The NEHC, it's one of the best leagues in college hockey, Division III. And so you got teams like Norwich, Babson, Elmira, Hobart, D3 champs there. And what was the most craziest crowd? I know Norwich is up there, but what was the craziest crowd you had to play in front of?
I think playing at Elmira is probably the craziest barn people I've ever witnessed in my life. You walk into the barn and you think you're in like Jurassic World. Like it's like a super dome. It's like it was and it's dark. Like it's a dark barn.
Like there's dark spots on the ice,
and there's football lights.
Yeah,
there's literally football lights.
Really?
Like and it was just in the crowd. Like you're in Elmira, New York. There's nothing over there except that team and like maybe the
football team.
Yeah, if there is a football team, but and you just get these crazy people just like yelling at you from the bleachers right behind you, and I was like, what are they doing? Like,
see, those are like the best fans when they got nothing to do. Like they're just there, they're rowdy, they're drunk, and it's like
exactly.
They're chirping you. That gets in your head.
No,
like,
it definitely did. Yeah,
I can't play.
So I got like a tripping penalty or something like that, and I went into the box and I was being heckled from all sides of the glass, and these were like teenage kids too.
That's awesome.
And I was like, guys, sit down, like, relax. And they just kept on going. I was like, get me out of here. And
Yeah.
so the pounding box is like wide open, and so you have like the door guys, and like there's no glass in front of the door, and the door guys aren't wearing any helmets or anything, like no protection. I'm like, and I asked the guy, and I was like, are you like scared to get hit with a puck or something? And he was like, no.
Oh, he's like Pierre. In
Yeah,
there.
exactly. And I was like, these guys are crazy. Like,
Some nails and
no, literally nails. Like, I was like, holy crap.
I eat
Like,
pucks.
no, literally.
I eat pucks.
Yeah, and I
There's a
was,
sponge in the box.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, I've never seen, like, it was just a crazy experience.
It was
like,
pretty cool.
The rink is amazing, like amazing locker rooms and stuff, but just the rink itself it was like playing in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
It was
So we played against Hobart, and that was probably one of the rowdiest games I've been to.
Yeah.
It was a playoff game, and the fans are like slamming on the glass. You can see like they got like Bud Lights in their hands. They're coked out, just rich kids.
Yeah.
And like there's a group of like kids, college guys, and the biggest kid on our team, Brendan Dowler, he just won the Fed Cup with Danbury.
Yeah.
And they start chirping this 6'5" kid, Brendan Dowler. I'm like, wrong kid to be fucking with.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got out on the ice, got shit pumped. But yeah, Hobart for you.
Yeah.
Nasty hockey.
Oh yeah.
But just a shit barn too.
No, it's like a nice one, but like it's nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's definitely not Norwich.
Yeah.
But it was like I like we played like an afternoon game against them at their barn, and we only had 12 guys, and we went up 2-0 on them, and then the second period we lost 8-2. So it was we played after, like it was sunset, and it was like almost towards spring, like it was almost the end of the year, so it was like nice at that time. But like if you're playing at that barn and it's like the middle of the winter, it's freezing.
Greasy.
It is freezing. And yeah, it's
like,
a nice barn, but I definitely like the Elmira the most. Yeah.
Like I'm in that Hobart rink in the locker room second period. I'm like shaking. I'm like, oh my God, where are the heat packs or something? I'm like so cold.
It's such a cold rink for some reason. Like,
toes are gone.
Yeah.
Hypothermia.
Yeah. It was yeah, but they're a gross team. So.
And they won it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
D3. Yeah. Nasty. But yeah, Schmitty, what about you? What's the craziest barn that you had to play against? The craziest fans, if you did?
I mean, that's a tough question, I think. Like, in Canada, I've definitely had the craziest. Like, I've had guys chirp me, like what Cam mentioned, from every angle.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one game, I was in Nova Scotia playing for the Bearcats, and my parents and my girlfriend was there. And I was getting absolutely heckled by a guy in the crowd. He was sitting right behind our goalie and was just spitting out chirps to him. And then I remember I hit some guy and he was like, "Number 6, you suck. We're going to kill you." And I'm like actually kind of fearing for my life because this guy's actually insane. Like if he were to take a psychology exam, he would have failed. Just psychosis. Like the things he was saying to guys, like these are kids, man, you know? We're like, the oldest guy we had was like 20. And this guy was definitely like 40. 10 years deep probably. Just heckling. And it was packed. Sketchy rink. That was definitely the wildest because I've never been like personally like attacked like that before. Like you're saying some things I can't even mention on here. And remember, my parents are in the crowd and my girlfriend. Like you could hear, you know.
Not, dude. And, wait, let's just take that in. That is going to be a good clip right there.
Yeah, I definitely have the clip. It's on Hockey TV. I'll definitely grab that. But the other thing too, we were in Grand Falls. I was in Grand Falls and we were playing Summerside. Weirdly enough, my parents and my girlfriend were also at that one.
It's the parents and girlfriend.
Huge brawl. This was in
So he got gritty.
dude, Prince Edward Island, I had like a mini fight, and the amount of guys that were just going at it was probably the nuttiest. And the fans were just all going crazy, like spewing threats and stuff. In Canada, man, they don't mess around. Like what you mentioned earlier about a small town.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they live for these teams.
Yeah.
So it's like it elevates it even more to a point where it's like almost scary.
Like
I remember we were leaving the rink and our bus got surrounded at one point.
Holy.
Yeah, with their fans, just because of that end fight. We got shit pumped. I think 5-1. They were like the not the Centennial, RBC Cup hosting team.
Yeah.
And man, like just crazy fans. Unreal environment, but to the point where it was a little scary. Like we could barely leave.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, what's the largest crowd you've ever played in front of? The largest.
At college?
In college, wherever. Where's the biggest crowd you've played in front of?
Probably at Norwich.
Norwich is pretty good. What about you?
I would have to say it wasn't college, it was juniors. Estevan, first preseason
Great,
game.
yeah. Rowdy fans. But I've never played in front of a big crowd.
Really?
So it's like I guess prep school, like maybe that Kent's Hill game.
You think?
That last game that we
was
had.
That was a big one.
But yeah, Kentucky, they got rowdy fans.
Oh yeah.
Rowdy fans, they get like 2,000.
Wildcat over here.
Oh yeah.
Colin.
Another Wildcat.
Yep, another one.
Not a Wildcat.
Yeah, Kentucky hockey, they got like 2,000 fans coming in at night. They got the band going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out Costello.
Costello, I'm gonna be with you soon, kid. I'm fired up. He's a beauty.
I know.
Stud. He showed me around Kentucky. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Showed me all the bars.
Yeah.
We're getting a flight.
Yeah, we'll visit Kentucky.
We're gonna watch a game down there.
We're gonna watch you against Bama.
All right,
Bama.
Hold on. Something just popped in my head. You mentioned a crazy rink. So, all right, I'll spew about this for 1 minute, literally. So we were playing Flin Flon in a preseason game. Remember, it's preseason. This will tell you how crazy these fans are. I was in Saskatchewan for maybe 2 months. Got released after the training camp, but I did play 3 preseason games. And, I got traded for a bag of pucks. But, so after this team beat us, it was like a really close game, 3-2. They had a tradition, no matter what, that they throw a moose leg out onto the ice.
Holy.
And yeah.
That's massive.
We had, so this was preseason, right? The place is packed, okay? And they throw the moose leg on the ice. And as we're leaving, we shake hands, we get off. All our guys are hyper competitive. They hate this team. No idea why. I'm brand new, right? And we're all getting off the ice. I'm already off the ice. And all of a sudden, I hear an uproar of fans just like yelling and stuff. And the entire Flin Flon team, I'm watching through the glass, is mugging whoever's on the ice. So I get back on the ice. Our coach is like, help your guys out, like freaking out, right? And turns out one of my teammates grabbed the moose leg and took it with him after the handshake line. And they mugged him. Like 4 or 5 guys on top of him. The rest of their team grabbed our other guys that were still on the ice. We got on the ice and we're just like, it was nuts. It probably went on for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Did you brawl? Like, did you have a fight?
There was no fights. It was just tackling. Like, think of one guy underneath and then their entire team just on top of guys, and we're pulling them off. And as we're pulling them off, the very bottom guys are fighting, but you can't even get to them. They're only after the moose leg. They didn't want to fight. They wanted the moose leg. So we're like, what the hell happened? They're like, he has the moose leg. Like hot potato, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I have a video too. I'll send that to you. There might even be one on YouTube. But yeah, like it was unbelievable. So that was my other craziest experience playing junior hockey. But yeah.
Great. Well, Marty, thanks for having you on the podcast.